Welcome, Earl. Thanks so much for being with me and having this chat. This is obviously your chat. How are you doing with business? And I just want to, before I introduce you, I actually want you to maybe give that introduction about yourself. Just maybe a bit also about who you are, what you do, and obviously why you're so special here today.
First of all, thanks for having me, bro. To those who don't know me, my name is Earl John Deetliff. So my artist name is just like a shorter version of my full names. I am a singer-songwriter from PE. I'm 52 years old, and I am a lover of life. I'm a very chilled guy. I love being with friends and family, and yeah, just having a ball wherever I go. So once again, thanks for having me, Lance.
No problem, man. So you're in a very exciting industry, the music industry, and you're a singer-songwriter, and people might be thinking, why am I actually having this conversation with you? But it's probably something that lots of people would need to know about. And also, you are running yourself, and you're running yourself as a business. So I wanted to get just a bit into that to obviously help the guys that are doing the same thing or want to do the same thing like you. So maybe you can give me a bit about how you do that, yeah, just a bit about how you run yourself as a business.
Yeah, I think when I graduated from college, this was like 5 years ago. I realized that now it's up to me to take this thing forward and not wait for someone to make it happen for me, because I work in a business that's very free and open. Anyone can come in, and no, there's not necessarily needing qualifications to be in the music business. It's a business that's filled with a lot of people, and you have to be extremely disciplined when you work in the music business. So that's something I had to, or my thinking had to change about 5 years ago, as to the way I dress, the way I manage my time, my brand, the way I put myself out in public, and all those type of things. So as a business, always looking presentable, always making sure that the way I carry myself in public is, also very important. So yeah, it's a tricky thing, but managing yourself, it is possible, but at the same time, it could be tricky as well.
Awesome, man. Great stuff. So you mentioned that you were in college for a period of 4 years, actually. So usually, people go through training with their specific skill set, whether it be plumbing, whether it be IT, teaching, whatever it is. So there's obviously that training that happens. And I think possibly lots of people think, one day you pick up a mic and you're gifted, so you can just do this thing. What are the things that you've learned in your 4 years while training?
Look, it's all about the methods and techniques at the end of the day. I'm sure there's a lot of people that can sing, but singing in front of audiences, singing different settings, and all those type of things. There's a whole bunch of things that comes together. So I had to go train myself technically to become a bit more rounded, to learn techniques, simple techniques like warming up your voice, how to preserve your voice. When I did dancing as well, stretching and warm-ups before you go on stage, and all these type of things. And I must say, over the 5 years, it's made a big difference. Having your little 20 to 30 minutes before you go onto stage, doing your warm-ups and just getting into a space where you focus. So you were taught all those things in preparation for when you go on stage. And I think that's a very important thing. Yes, people can go on stage without wanting to warm up or all these type of things, but soon you'll find out that you're going to run into trouble, because it's just how the process works. You can't just go onto the stage without warming up your voice or without warming up your muscles and then get on stage. I'm sure you're going to run into trouble at some point. So that's what my 4-year degree course was basically all about, learning different ways, methods and techniques, how to just make my craft a bit easier as well. And yeah, I must say it's a real eye opener once you're in that space, how much it takes to actually prepare you for going onto stage and performing.
Yeah. And I just want to maybe focus a bit on your fourth year, because I think that's probably what people in your industry, lots of people, I would guess, doesn't really look at. And that's managing finances, taxes, and that type of stuff. So because you are your brand, you are your business. Maybe walk us through a bit of how you approach that area of your industry or your business.
Yeah. So in my fourth year, I did what they call industry prep, where every, I think it was once a week, we would sit down in a lecture room, and then we would be taken through a step-by-step guide as to how to register for your tax, how to register your business, and covering a variety of other things. Look, like I said, I am a business, and finance is very important as well. So it's about money going out and money coming in, learning about all these type of things, because again, the music business in South Africa is not that big yet. So you need to, basically it's trial and error. You need to experiment yourself and see how you're going to go through things and work through things. There's no blueprint to follow. So at first I made a lot of mistakes in managing myself, also managing my finance and stuff. And then what I normally do is I approach maybe accountant friends, or people that I trust to guide me through certain things. So it is possible, to run yourself as a business when working in the performing arts, and making a sustainable living. And that's the other thing: sustaining yourself and being able to, provide for yourself, whether it be buying your own property and all of those type of things. And that's a really cool side that people don't really see when it comes to this business.
Yeah, no, very, very important. Any business needs to at least be profitable, or maybe just break even. So I think it is important that obviously whatever gigs you do and that type of thing, that there is money coming in. I know you mentioned about your friends and people that you trust doing accounting and that type of thing. Do you have someone that like does your books or your taxes or stuff like that, or do you do them yourself?
No, I think for me now, what I try and do is either approach someone. Like I said, it's I'm fairly new to the field, so um, in with regards to the finance, so I would rather work with someone that can guide me along this type of things, and then eventually just branching out and doing it yourself. But always also being involved in the process. It's so easy to just throw something at someone and say you do it, but for me, I prefer being there with someone, and that's like a step-by-step guide taking you through it. So yes, there are people that I normally just entrust with these things, but also I want to learn from them as well.
Yeah, no, awesome, man. And just touching on the subject of actual business. So, no business is actually, how can I say, official unless they are registered. Have you registered a business or yourself as a business?
Yes. I'm in the process now of doing all of those type of things. Unfortunately, with the coronavirus and everything is just a bit crazy at the moment. But the plan is to register my own entertainment company, but also putting an umbrella over that, providing like a recording studio for youngsters in PE. Probably move out to Cape Town eventually, but building a good model again, where I can build a bridge between PE and Cape Town, and then taking kids from PE, if they want to do the performing arts thing, I can then hook them up with people I know in Cape Town. So I'm in the process of doing the registration. I'm really excited and keen to get that going as well.
Awesome, man. So just want to touch on another thing, business related. So usually you hear about these CEOs that have either like a friend to, lean on, or what lots of people now are doing is, they're saying this, my mentor said this, or my mentor showed me this type of thing. Do you have a mentor or someone that you would consider, that person that you lean on or to get advice or things like that?
Yeah. Again, there's always a couple of people that I keep very closely in my circle, in my corner. So yes, there's probably one or two people. It depends on what it is that I need advice for, because I don't go to the same person for like a range of different things. I prefer going to someone that, if it's finance related, I go to someone that knows finance, and then this, that, and the other. So there are a couple of people that I normally chat to and that I entrust and things to and talk about and open up about. So yeah, there is like one, two, three people that I normally work with. And look, bro, it's one of those things. If you don't know anything about a certain field, talk to someone. And don't just wander around and then make mistakes, and then 2, 3 years later it sets you back. So just go if you need help. That's the most important thing for me.
Yeah, no, cool, man. Awesome. So also with regards to what you hear these bigger CEOs and things do, some of them have these what they call mantras or routines that they do. Like some of them in the morning, they wouldn't touch their phone for like the first 2 hours, or they'd read a book, or that type of thing before they go to bed. Is there anything like
Yeah.
that you do?
No, I think I'm not that extreme. But I love going out into nature. I love hiking. I love just taking out some time during a busy week or a busy day and just breaking away for like an hour or two. That would be my thing. But like I said, I don't have a set thing that before I go on stage, for example, I do a certain routine. I don't do those type of things. But before I do go on stage, normally I just take out like 30 minutes to get into character, if I can say that, and prepare myself mentally. But other than that, there's no like set routines that I follow. It's just yeah, I just enjoy nature and breaking away, and then basically working from a blank canvas, if I can say that, and going forward from that.
Awesome, man. So what you doing now with this COVID thing? Obviously, outdoors are, but off limits at the moment.
Yeah, I know, but I try and still just take a jog in my neighborhood just to get out. It's amazing how, bro, even if you just walk away like a 5 minute walk away from your house, it makes a difference, you know. I
Yeah.
think it's just about getting out of these walls around you. Taking a 15-20 minute walk a day, that normally helps me a lot. There's not much to see on my side of the city, but getting out is still a big thing for me.
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely. You need that sunlight also. They say that
Oh,
helps a
that's
lot. Yeah.
yeah,
So thanks so much, man. I just want to touch a bit on your actual industry or your career, if I could say. You've obviously done a bit of traveling as well. I don't want to say to where. You can maybe let us in on that, but maybe yeah, let us in on what it is that you do when you do leave the country, and you're performing on the other side.
yeah. So about 4 years ago, I was afforded the opportunity to travel abroad, Spain more specifically. So every year for 6 to 9 months, I work on some of the Spanish islands. Guys will probably be familiar with Mallorca, Menorca, Fuerteventura, and Lanzarote. That's basically the four Spanish islands our company normally operates. And then basically how it works is you either work in a group of three or solo show. And then you basically have like a 2 week circuit where you just go around to different hotels every night. And so every second week, new clients come in. So you're responsible for entertainment. So the show comes in, and then normally at like 9:30 or so at the evening, we kick off the show for like an hour and 15 minutes. After that, we then mingle with the audience, have a couple of drinks and whatever. But it's a very very easy, very chilled life. During the day, I go to the beach, sipping on cocktails, just lounging, and then at night I do my 1.5 hours of show business. So it's a very chilled life. It's good money. I'm enjoying it. It's basically like a paid holiday. So imagine being paid to just go and sing for like an hour and a half, and then that's it. I'm done.
I,
Then
I
you
can't
see the
I can't imagine it because I can't sing, so it wouldn't do me
bar.
good.
Yeah.
No, but awesome. I mean, you're doing the thing you love, and you in a beautiful country as well. The Canary
Yeah.
Islands is actually one of my destinations that I just want to, have a see someday in the
Wow.
future. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got 3 singles out now, and it's available on all the major music streaming platforms. Maybe give us a bit, if you can, about your process of how you write music.
Yeah. With this specific project, the couple of songs that I recorded recently, I was sitting in Spain, my producer's back in Cape Town, so we had to work back and forth with how we're going to do the music thing. So unfortunately, I couldn't be in studio with him. So what I did was I basically sent him references of what I wanted the songs to sound like. And he then took those references and basically built something from that. But there's not really a set formula. Songwriting for me, it varies. One day it starts out with just like a melody dropping into my head. The next time it will be something different. So, and it's also weird. it's not a planned thing, there would be weeks and weeks it goes by that I don't touch a pen, and then one day I can easily write like 5 or 4 songs in one day, basically complete everything. So it's a process that varies, and I must say it's exciting. It keeps me on my toes. So yeah, I just love creating and putting things out there.
Awesome, man. So, thinking about all the artists that are out there locally and internationally, are there maybe a specific few that you actually draw from or that you enjoy?
I used to draw from some people. I used to listen to a lot of like Michael Bublé, Coldplay, The Script, John Legend, even Adele as well. But I would say as of late, I don't really listen to a lot of music anymore, purely because I don't want to, sound like someone. Because when you're listening to a lot of music, then some reason you just, start sounding like someone. And it's also not a conscious thing. I think just over the years, I decided to not, you know, do it too much anymore, listening to other artists. So I prefer just 1 or 2 songs. I'll listen to the radio and whatever, but it just, for me, it's a thing of I'm here now, so I am the artist. So why not support myself?
That's awesome, man. So, just a few more questions. Um, is there anything that you are currently busy with that we can look out for in the very close future?
Yeah, no, there's a project that I'm busy with now. We'll see how, depending on how it goes. There's a local producer in PE that I've worked with over the last month or so. We're busy working on something, and then there's also a producer from Durban that I started working with as well. Um, so that's all projects that I'm keeping busy with. But then also the plan is, depending on how the coronavirus thing goes, to release a bigger chunk of music. So it could be like an album or something just smaller than that by the end of this year. Let's see how it goes. I'm really keen to put out a body of work, and just to keep that consistency as well, because now I had these 3 singles. I would love to follow it up with something a bit bigger, maybe better as well, and just giving people also a different side to what it is that I can do.
Awesome, man. Yeah, the 3 singles were really good. So I'm sure you're looking out to whatever it is that you are busy with. I know you're very secretive
I
of
know.
that. Understandable. So, but yeah, so the
Yeah.
end of the year, we're looking forward to that. We're going to remember that. Definitely me. You know
Yeah.
me, before it hits the platforms, I've already got it. So, no, cool, man. So, just before I do let you go, um, if there is anything that you think would be imperative to someone who's maybe I wouldn't say following your footsteps, but trying to do what you are doing right now, what advice or what have you learned through your journey that you can share with them that you think is very paramount that they know for theirs?
I think first of all, you need to make sure that the thing that you want to do, that's the ultimate. That's your passion. That's where you want to be. That would be the first point to start. And then obviously after that, everything will just fall into place. But also what I realized was when I stepped into the performing arts business as a whole, a lot of people come into this business thinking that talent is enough. Now, unfortunately, talent is not enough. Talent is about 10% of the whole thing. The 90% is the hard work. So it's a business where if you're not going to be on your toes all the time, you're going to fall behind, and very very quickly your name can just become really bad in this business. So I would say first of all, just make sure that you have a passion and a love for what it is that you want to do, and secondly, just work extremely hard on your craft. um, there's very little people in the music business that's actually putting in the work. Some of the people are just, they're getting by, they're going through emotion, and you can see it. Well, the trained eye can see it. You can see who the people are that's really paying close attention to their craft, and then you'll just get people that they wake up in the morning and they just do the thing. Now that's okay, but I think long term it's not going to benefit you. So it's working on is very very important, and I would just encourage anyone that wants to get into this business to work your socks off. it's a difficult business, and you're managing yourself as well. So it's double the work. But I'm sure you can get through this.
Yeah, no, most definitely. I mean, industry, if you, any industry at least, if you don't put in the work, yeah, you're gonna fall flat on your back or on your face,
Exactly.
which is even worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely, man. Thanks so much. Also, just one more thing, actually. You said you're doing the, not you said, well, you are doing the thing abroad. If anyone would like to maybe do that sort of thing, how could they get involved?
Look, there's different companies. I think what would be best is if I leave all my details with people, and if they want to reach out to me, then I can obviously show them, to help them reach out to these companies. There's a lot of companies and cruise ships, and everyone that's doing this thing abroad. So anyone that wants to do it, I'm sure if you probably type into Google "working abroad as a singer," or something should pop up. But if not, people can just follow me on my social media, drop me a message, and I'm willing to just share a bit more about what it is that I'm doing and how to also get into this whole singing thing. I think it's also a good thing if there's youngsters out there like 18, 19, 20 years old and you want to get into the singing business. This would be the perfect thing to set you off. It's easy money, it's good money, and it's a nice experience as well. I wish I could have done this earlier, but yeah, like I said, people can get hold of me on social media, and then I'm willing to just guide them and help them through this.
Awesome, man. So where can we catch you on social media?
Well, so you can get me on Instagram, Earl John Music on Instagram. Facebook, it's Earl John Music as well. So you can just follow those platforms, and you should be getting the lots of me on social media. And then, yeah, if people want to message me, you can message me on Instagram and Facebook. Then I'm happy to get in touch and just help people to, with some stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
man. I'll definitely list everything down in the description so they can get those links. And then just lastly, where can we get your music?
My music, you can basically get it anywhere. ShopRite. I'm joking. My music, you can get in all the major streaming and downloading sites: Apple Music, Spotify, Google, all over. It's all over. So please go over and have a listen to my music. I'd appreciate that. And yeah, thanks for having me, buddy.
Awesome, man. Thanks so much, Earl. It was good catching up with you. Thanks for all the information. And I do really hope that this reaches someone who does want to do what you are doing. And I really hope that you can help them, or this interview even can help them. Thanks
No,
so much, man. Thanks for your time.
thanks for having me, Lance. Thank you.